So Satch, what can you tell us about today's results?
Yes, Adam, as you mentioned before, already 2 games gone, 2 more to go, but the first game of which was between Switzerland and Cameroon. It ended with a really nice story of Breel Embolo scoring against the country he was born in with his first ever World Cup goal to give Switzerland the 3 points. And then in the second game, it was a bit more of a tight contest, ended 0-0 between Uruguay and South Korea, with Uruguay going close twice, with hitting the post twice, but with it was Fede Valverde and Diego Godin hitting the post in either half, but they couldn't quite find the breakthrough, so it ended 0-0.
And what action is coming up for us today?
The other game in the group between Portugal and Ghana is coming up at 4 o'clock, with Ronaldo starting after that controversial interview that he did. He's starting alongside the likes of João Felix and Bernardo Silva, so it'll be interesting to see how he does.
Certainly a very interesting match to look out for. Moving on now, Harry Maguire is set to start for England tomorrow against the USA in what will be his 50th national appearance. Jordan Bixby has defended his teammate Maguire ahead of their clash with the United States.
Yeah, he done unbelievable. Really good the other night with the first goal, like you said, the pass, then the assist for the set piece, and maybe could have got us a penalty early on with the VAR decision that went against us. So, but yeah, we've got a great relationship. I think majority of my caps now have been with Harry playing in front of me, and we work really well together. And I think our defensive record with Harry playing there is really good as well, and he's in a very good moment as well. So yeah, Harry's doing ledge, and it's really good to work with.
Our reporters Evan Clem and Liam Jones went out into the local area to get the rest of the build-up on England versus USA.
Where on earth are you from? Me from England. Where you come from? Do you put the kettle on? Kick it. Na, 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 bonjour, messieurs,
These were the scenes across the country on Monday afternoon when England kick-started their World Cup campaign with an emphatic win. We have been spending the week finding out how fans have been experiencing the Winter World Cup.
I'm quite nervous now. Been pacing up and down this room so much I could start raising some money for the NHS. But hopefully we get off to a good start and that'll settle things down.
Die hard, day off work, yeah, especially for this, yeah. Yeah, days off work as well, yeah.
It's the highlight of every 4-year cycle of your life. It's the World Cup when it comes round. You've got to make the most of it.
On Friday evening, St Mary's Stadium will be hosting a watch party for England versus the USA. Hype is high for the young England team following their 6-2 thrashing against Iran on Monday. However, at the time of recording on Wednesday afternoon, it is confirmed that Harry Kane will be fit to play against the United States, which I'm sure will be a relief to many of you at home. England's group, Group B, is technically the most competitive group in the entire competition, with every nation involved being ranked in the top 20 of the FIFA World Rankings.
Despite the unique timing of this tournament, fans in Qatar are still making it a memorable trip.
Been having a good time, having a mooch, getting our bearings right, and just the setup's spot on, we've been enjoying ourselves, haven't we, John?
Yeah, last night we met one of the Sheikh's sons and he took us back to the palace and he showed us he had lions and everything. They've made us so welcome. And look around you, it doesn't get any better than this.
Rest, coming into the tournament we were a little bit nervous, there's all sorts of negativity going on. People were talking about the organisation of the event, about Southgate being too defensive, about Harry Maguire. We're like, oh God, what's going to happen? But it was just absolutely amazing in the end. We're so pleased, feel so positive now. And basically, it's coming home, isn't it?
An England win on Friday all but guarantees progression to the knockout stages of this year's World Cup. And with all this talk of no alcohol in Qatar, for £5 a ticket and beer on tap, I know where I'd rather be.
Thanks for that, guys. And just to confirm, Harry Kane is fit and will start in the game tomorrow evening. After FIFA's controversial stance on One Love armbands, Wales took matters into their own hands. Rob Page's side have decided to train with rainbow colour flags. This reaction comes after FIFA threatened to book players who wore the armband. Gareth Bale was amongst a group of players who could have been cautioned. Wales started off their first World Cup campaign with a draw against the USA. Rob Page's men now prepare for their second group game against Iran. Following on from the Wales story, one England fan believes that the Qatari royalty are the ones calling the shots and not FIFA.
I mean, like, one of the things that I think is slightly irritating is you go into the fan shop, you go into the stadiums, you can only pay by Visa, you can only drink Budweiser, you can only buy Adidas shirts, right? FIFA's sold out, right? And FIFA has sold out to the corporate sponsors, and they've sold out to the Qatari royalty too, right? They clearly aren't running the shop; it's the Qataris running the shop, and that's unfortunate. But that's FIFA is not exactly an excellent organisation.
I apologise to the viewers, we skipped over the package there, so we'll be going to that just right now.
Come on, Wales! Come on, Wales! We're coming for you. Come on!
After Gareth Bale fired in a late equaliser for Wales against the USA to put Welsh fans in relatively high spirits, the Dragons prepare to face Iran in their next game of the group stage tomorrow night. Iranian goalkeeper Alireza Baranband trained ahead of the clash despite coming off injured in their 6-2 loss against England. Now looking ahead to tomorrow night, fans and players alike are looking forward to the game.
I think we'll be better.
We'll improve as we go through. We beat the run, and then England will be easy game.
I think we're going to have to shape up before we play Iran and England next week. So yeah, it's going to be tough, I think.
Everybody's desperate to play. The squad we have here is full of quality all over the pitch. So yeah, whoever the gaffer chooses to play, I'm sure everyone on that pitch will be wanting to give 100% and make sure that we get a win, which sets us up for the last game of the group.
It's been a mental journey, yeah. But no, it's what you dream of as a little boy, to play in World Cups, and if I do manage to start on Friday, it'll be a very proud moment for myself and my family, and one which took a lot of hard work and dedication to get to.
After a disappointing draw with the USA, Wales fans will be hoping there is more to celebrate in their 10 AM clash with Iran tomorrow.
In rugby union, England are set to face South Africa at Twickenham Stadium this Saturday. There are 4 changes to the squad, including Northampton's Tommy Freeman coming in for Jack Newell. As the match takes place outside the official international window, head coach Eddie Jones has to deal with missing players due to club obligations.
It's another game, It's another game. It's an important game. We want to make sure we light up Twickenham. The response of the fans in the last 10 minutes of the game last week was fantastic. I don't think I've ever experienced the atmosphere like that. So we want to do that again and give them a great experience. And for the team, it's about just keep building. We're building towards the World Cup this autumn. Every game, as I said, we've got a little bit better, and we want to get better this week.
In the world of MMA, Conor McGregor has announced he intends to enroll back in the USADA drug testing program and fight in February. The fighter may not be allowed to do so, as the USADA stated that fighters must spend 6 months in testing before being cleared to compete. McGregor will likely have to file for exceptional circumstances if he wishes to fight any sooner than in August. Southampton owner Sport Republic have spoken out about their 10-month tenure at the club. Martin Semmens said a sacking of Ralph Hasenhüttl came at the right time for both parties, and that Hasenhüttl is sat at home with his family, knowing he's done a great job. Henry Croft said the appointment of Nathan Jones was a long-term process, driven by metrics, and stated it was the best decision for the club. Our reporters Jack Pesky and Daniel Perry asked local fans about the club situation.
Well, I think it's a lot better than what Hasenhüttl was. It got too bad in the end that he had to go, so something had to be done.
Well, we've got to give him a chance, but I know nothing about him. I'm a little bit disappointed, if I'm honest, because I know nothing about him. I was expecting, I don't know, Pochettino, Sam Allardyce even. Well, actually, I hoped, what's the old Burnley manager called? Sean Dyche. I was hoping he'd come our way, and I know his football isn't always thought of as the most attractive, I know nothing about Nathan Jones, so I suppose we've got to give him a chance, but he's come from Luton, Championship manager. Give him a crack, won't we? Because he's here now, we haven't got any choice. But I was a little bit disappointed in the offing as soon as I heard it.
Now moving on to cricket. Pace bowler Jofra Archer made his first appearance for England Lions in 16 months against England in a tour match in Abu Dhabi. Archer had not played since March 2021 due to elbow surgery and then a stress fracture of the back. England remained in control of the warm-up match despite a taunt from Haseeb Hamid. The UKSG Tour gave a group of youngsters from India a chance to experience sport in the UK. Our reporter Dylan Shabazz followed their tour in Southampton.
The inaugural UK ESG Tour drew to a close on Monday as the group celebrated and reflected upon their time in England with an audience at the Mayor's Parlour in Southampton. Though the weather outside was miserable, the spirit of the boys couldn't be dampened as they looked ahead to a chance to meet the Lord Mayor on what was their last full day of activities here in England. With the tea and coffee flowing, there was a chance prior to the ceremony for project leaders and key partners to network as everyone gathered to reflect on what was a remarkable and groundbreaking week. During the presentation, various people made speeches, including UK ESG CEO Chris Vertans and Chief Operating Officer Lakbir Singh. The participants were then presented with certificates and medals to commemorate their trip. After the event ended, we spoke to Jackie Raymond, the 800th and current Mayor of Southampton, to get her version of events.
I've known about the project for a little while and I'm delighted that they could come in today and collect their certificates. To meet the young people who are away from home, away from their families, but have actually learnt so much from this trip and shared so much. It's been absolutely amazing. They're so polite and respectful, and it was a delight to present them with their certificates and their medals.
You are now up to date with all your sports news. Be sure to check out Twitter or Instagram to keep up to date with the sport news as it breaks. I've been Adam Silver, and I wish you a good day from my entire team.